Well, hello everybody. This is Colson-Eyre. It is Sunday night, August the 5th, 2019. And the Ruby seminar, we just got back from seminar last night. Matter of fact, I'm wearing one of my t-shirts I bought we had the tour for the new manufacturing plant. Isn't it the cutest? I just love it. And of course, I got my little bee necklace on. I know a lot of you won your first necklace of the You Can Do It challenge. And I don't know if y'all have seen the cute little, I'm sure you did if you want it, but this is the little bags they come in. Is that not adorable? I absolutely love the bag as much as the necklace. So this month is some beautiful earrings. So if you missed out, wipe your tears and get back to work because you can get it this month and with a 600 and get some really pretty, beautiful bead earrings. It looks like a honeycomb hanging down. It's really, really pretty. So what I thought I would do tonight is just do a little recap of seminar, some of the things that meant the most to me, and introduce the new product because it's the 5th, but on the 10th, all of you that were boss babes that were star consultants last quarter, or you enrolled customers in the preferred customer program, you get to order on the 10th. And the 10th is 5 days from now. So what is that, Friday? Me and dates, we have to, I have to have a calendar. No, Saturday. So I thought, well, I was going to wait and do this next week, but I thought, you know what? I might as well go and show you now because then those of you that can order, you'll be able to see them in person in case you don't get to a meeting or something this week. So we're going to show you some of the new products. I'm going to go over a couple of things that we learned at seminar and also give you some info that Nathan Moore wanted you to know. So we're going to start out with that. So first of all, I'm in the Ruby seminar, so ours was last. And but you know what? I tell you one thing, is the company, they did the same seminar 4 times right in a row with 1 day in the middle as a break, and not really a break because it was like day 0. But I asked some of the people backstage, I said, are you guys about had it? And they're like, no. I said, what, what have you liked the most about seminar or whatever? I just asked some of the staff, and they're like, really the speeches. And because every seminar, the entertainment is the same and what the staff says is the same, but the speeches are all based on the top 3 national sales directors and the top 3 sales directors. And then you have different people that they ask to speak. So it still gives a totally different vibe according to who the speakers were. So anyway, it was really, really, it was awesome. Our top 3 nationals, I'm going to share a little bit from them, but number 1 was Cindy Williams, and number 2 was Stacey James, and number 3 was Linda Tupin. That was pretty cool because Linda Tupin, this was her last seminar, and she is a legacy leader in Mary Kay. She's been in over 30 years, and I have known about Linda since I've been in Mary Kay. And so I was even blessed to be able to go to one of her classes in the executive class and get to, be trained under her as well. So that made it really nice. And, just to hear her, of course, she's going to be speaking and teaching just like a lot of nationals do, after they get done as well. So let me tell you a little bit about Nathan Moore. He is our president, in case you didn't know, and he has been phenomenal the last couple of years. We've had lots of changes and a lot of exciting things, and it's kind of like the Mary Kay shake-up, shake-down, because almost like all of the products have changed. All of the compensation has changed. It's like all new Mary Kay with the same core values. And everybody, in fact, I was talking to some women that were talking about people that were retiring, and they said, the nationals, they said, I wish, maybe it was in a speech, but they said they didn't want to retire because of what's coming up in Mary Kay and the role that Mary Kay is on. And it's one of these waves where you're going to see a ton of people get in and a ton of people make a lot of money. And, because every company, you have ups and downs, and we've always had, great years. But, there's been years that have been better than others. And we're on one of those cycles where it's going up, and the compensation and the money train and everything else. So you are in Mary Kay at a good time. You're in Mary Kay. Okay, so let me tell you a couple of cool things. Well, first of all, and most of us have talked about this, but they projected last year with the Destination Red, if if they had those qualifications where you had to get 6 qualified team members and you had to move 3 people into red jackets on your personal team, first time red jackets, and you had to do a 3,600. Last year, this time, now they didn't have a contest, but just the people that did it naturally was 43 people, 43. So they knew more would do that because they have contests, right? So they projected 700. Well, over 3,700 people did the challenge. They were literally blown away. And that's why they had to take 5 boats. There's 5 cruises instead of 1. And, you know, it's been a challenge with Mary Kay to get it all coordinated. Some people didn't get to go the week they wanted to go. But, you know, it is what a great problem to have, right? And so that was the first thing. They said, you know, you just blew us away. And things like this just keep happening in Mary Kay. The second thing he talked about was Instagram, and Mary Kay has hit 500,000 Instagram followers. And social media is huge, you know, and Instagram is really big on beauty influencers and all the beauty magazines. They all follow it, and it's like we have a huge presence on Instagram. I mean, also Twitter and Facebook as well, but he was just talking about Instagram. He gave everyone a challenge, and I'm going to remind you this at the end. So our anniversary with Mary Kay is September the 13th, and that will be our 56th anniversary. And he gave everyone a challenge that was sitting there to each person get 1 new first-time red jacket from your team. So you're going to help develop 1 girl on your team into their red jacket. And what they did is they gave us the challenge, and then August 1st, they put out a new compensation between now and December the 31st. And when you do help one of your team members earn their red jacket, then you are going to get a $100 bonus. And she gets a $100 bonus because all first-time red jackets get a $100 bonus. So you get it and she gets it. And there's no limit. If you help 10 of your personal team members get in their red jacket, number 1, you'll be a sales director. Number 2, you have a $1,000 bonus plus commission on all that they do, right? So that's pretty exciting. So I love it when they give a challenge and then they go, and we're going to reward you. And you know, you think about $100. You think, well, that's not that much money. A lot of people work for $10 an hour. You know, they have to work 10 whole hours to get $100. Some people working minimum wage have to work more than that to get $100, right? They take out taxes more than that. So I think it's pretty awesome to get an extra $100 bonus. Matter of fact, I was thinking about seminar, and I thought, you know what? I know a lot of people would have loved to go to seminar, but they just didn't have the money, or didn't. I wouldn't say that they can't afford it. I would say they chose not to work hard enough to make the money. But either way, they didn't have the money or whatever. So what if your goal was to get a $1,000 bonus building red jackets on your team, and you put that $100 in a savings account and have that help pay for seminar next year? Even if you helped, 5 ladies become red jackets on your team, they give you $500 plus the commission on it. It's a bonus you weren't expecting. You could put it in a savings account, and that could help you pay for some of the travel in Mary Kay, which is well worth it. So that was just a thought that came to me. Okay, Luis Garcia, he introduced Linda Tupin, and Linda was the number 3 national sales director. She's 37 years in Mary Kay, as a matter of fact. And, she had some great things to say. And, Linda is someone that she changed the thought of how, Mary Kay, they've called it different things when people retire in Mary Kay. And she says, retire, I mean, like, that sounds like I'm going to go lay down and die. She said, and then people call it a relaunch, that they're going to do something different. And she said, I'm calling it an upgrade. And she had a whole little speech on how when you retire as a national sales director, you get an upgrade, you're a national sales director emeritus, that you get an upgrade. You get to go to 3 or 4 trips free. You get to go to every seminar. You still get all the free product when it comes out. I mean, there's all these things you get, and you don't even have to work. And so she was like, it is really going to be a sweet deal. And so she just talked about that and how good Mary Kay has been to her all these years. And, Linda lived on a farm in Kentucky, and she's known for, she had this cassette tape, and I had them back in the 90s, called Choices, and it was a marketing tape, and she talked about how everything is a choice. And with her family, they grew up on a dairy farm, and so every morning at a certain time, I think it was like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, they had to milk the cows. And then every afternoon, they had to milk the cows. She said, so if people died, we would get up and we would milk the cows. And then we would do the funerals in the afternoon. And then we'd come home from the funeral, we'd put back on our clothes, and we'd go milk the cows. She said they have to be milked at a certain time every day, you know. And so it was the work ethic of no matter what's happened in life, you didn't have a choice. You went and milked the cows. And so it was a work ethic that she has developed over the years. You know, it doesn't matter what's going on, you still go and book your parties. You still go and hold your interviews. You still go and hold your skincare classes. And, you know, the problems that you have are still going to be there when you get home. But it's, if you treat it like a business and like a career, you know, it's a choice that you have. And so anyway, she was wonderful. Then they introduced Stacey James. Stacey James is the #2 national. And Stacey James actually has earned $9 million in Mary Kay. That's incredible, right? 35 years of driving a pink Cadillac. She talked about the 3 Ds in Mary Kay. That it's a decision, that dedication, and devotion. And she said that the devotion is what sets us apart in Mary Kay. And devotion is love. And when you share your Mary Kay business and you share the facts, you know, the 50% and all that stuff, but then when you share the love you have for the company and the spirit of the company and what they do for us, that's what sets us apart from all the other companies. You can make money in any company. Now, you don't make 50% profit in, I don't know any other direct selling company that does. There might be one out there, but, you know, Mary Kay, 50% profit is huge. It's huge. A lot of companies are 25%, 30%. She talked about that discipline weighs ounces and regret weighs tons, and to be the courageous you. So I just love those few little quotes from her, and that we're a family in Mary Kay. And then they introduced Cindy Williams. Cindy was the #1 national. Cindy is known for, I would say, Miss Enthusiasm was named for Cindy Williams. She's like a little jumping bean. She gets so excited. You can't help but get excited when you're in Cindy Williams' space. She is always jumping around. I mean, like, she is something else, you guys. And she said that she loved when she went into, she has she went into Mary Kay's office, and I think she has it at her house. It's a quote from Mary Kay, and she has it, and it says, "Around here, we are realists. We expect a miracle every day." And that was a sign that was on Mary Kay's desk, and I love that. And she said, you know, everybody has issues, and you're not going to get rid of, if you wait to get rid of all your issues before you start your Mary Kay business or start to do something, you're going to be waiting forever. Because don't you know that, like, if you sat there and I said, okay, ladies, I want you to get your notebook down, and I need you to start writing all of your issues. I mean, like, people go, okay, first you might think, well, I don't have any issues, but then you think, is anything hurt on you? I'm like, okay, well, yeah, my big toe, it's broke. I got a bone spur, a little arthritis right there. I have some back issues sometimes. My hand hurts when I write every now and then. You know, and then you start listing all your health problems, right? Okay, then you list all your family problems, and then you can list all your any kind of home problems, or, you know, any kind of family health problem. Everybody's got issues, you guys. There's not one single person that doesn't have something. So what you do is you say, come on, issues, let's go book a party. And she talked about that. She said, you know, you can't wait. You just take those issues with you. They're still going to be there, but you just work through them. And I just thought that was so cute. She said, we're not born winners. We're not born winners or losers. We're born learners. And so you always want to be able to learn. And of course, I don't have to tell that to any of you. Listen to my voice, because you are trying to learn something tonight. And whether it's just one little quote of one of these amazing mentors that we have, you know, something that can say, all right, take that this week and run with that. Cindy said, it's not my job. It's my joy to work. It's not my job. It's my joy. And, you know, that selling Mary Kay, you sell Mary Kay so that you can give to others. And I love what she said. She said, you know how some people ask you questions and they put you on the spot. They don't mean to, but they do. People do it. Like, they'll say, well, how many people do you have on your team? And maybe you're new, or maybe you had some team members, you don't have any now. She said, what you say to them is you say, not enough. I love that. So, like, when someone says, well, how many directors do you have now? I go, not enough. You know? And she said, that God, she prays every day that God sends her kind, hungry women of integrity that are servant leaders, and you will receive what you pray for. So I love that. So those are a few little quotes from Cindy. Now, David Hull is our chairman and our CEO. He's been with Mary Kay 26 years. He's a brilliant man, brilliant. And he said he's more excited today about Mary Kay than he has been in his whole 26 years. That really says something. And that even though we've had a lot of changes, that the Mary Kay principles have not changed, and that the United States is on fire. 2 years ago, Nathan Moore came in and said, we have a goal for U.S. to be number one. Now, that may sound kind of silly, but we have 40 markets in Mary Kay, 40 countries. And at the time he said it, we were not number one. China was. And we love Mary Kay China. But he said, Mary Kay U.S., North America, this is like the motherland. I mean, like, we started it, and he said, it's not okay that we're not number one. So within the last couple of years, we're back number one. So we're pretty excited about that. We are a global brand. This is a term you can use with your customers, that Mary Kay is a global brand. You may have these people selling these other things, and they're, some little company out of Chicago, and it's in like 4 states. We are a global brand in 40 countries. There's not any, that's a lot of countries that know about Mary Kay. I met a girl in the lobby at the hotel, and she was from Germany, and she says, what are y'all here for? And I said, oh, we're Mary Kay. Of course she knew about it. And her daughter was from London. Of course she knew about it, because we're in the UK. So, it's pretty cool, right? That we're a global brand. And I think we don't realize like how amazing that is. Like when we start breaking out to all these other countries, 64% of people buy based on social and environmental issues. 64% make their decision on what brand to buy based on that company and what they do with social issues and environmental issues. Isn't that something? Not even based on like the products. That surprised me. So Mary Kay's been very involved in different things. Arbor Day in April, they planted 25,000 trees in 30 days. And I saw that. It said anytime you put hashtag Arbor Day, Mary Kay was going to plant a tree. I'm like, wow, that's like, I thought, really? Are you really going to do that? And anyway, they did. 25,000 trees. The R3 manufacturing plant, we've got to tour. R3 stands for Richard R. Rogers, who's the son of Mary Kay. They named the manufacturing plant after him, so they call it R3. It's pretty cool. And it was outstanding. I wish I had my brochure here, but it was huge. I've been to the other manufacturing plants, but it was really cool to go through and see the big old vats of lipstick. And, we actually saw them making some of our satin body scrub, where, we saw the stuff going in the bottle, and then it goes over here, then it seals it, has a lid on it, puts it in the box. And it was amazing how the whole system works. And we saw them making mascaras. We saw some lipsticks being made. We went through the place where they do all the testing. And one of them had on the wall, it said, get your, what did it say? It said a selfie. It was Cell, C-E-L-L. Anyway, it was kind of cute. And so it is an impressive building and huge and brand spanking new. And that's why they can come out with all these awesome products. But they got a huge award called the LEED Silver Award in 2019. And it's based on how green it is and all the kind of great stuff that you want from a huge manufacturing plant like that. Things like zero landfill and a couple other things. One of the things he did mention is that, we still are, Mary Kay's always been about, instead of a profit and loss, P&L, is people in love. She always said that. I remember her saying that so many times from the stage, and that it's purpose before profit, and that to enrich women's lives, and that integrity is number one in our business. So that made me so proud of the company and where we're headed. And, we're in a really good spot right now. Okay. I'm going to talk about Mary Kay naturally and the products for a second, but before, I'm going to come back to that. So I want to talk a little bit about some other things, some product strategies that they talked about. One of the things that I think you can be real proud of is that Mary Kay was mentioned 125 times in editorial magazines. Editorials are where you're not paying in a magazine for the advertisement. It's where an editor talks about a product because they went to something and they love it. And we were mentioned 125 times. in magazines this last year. And I think that's pretty big because it's free advertisement and it's that they really like our products. Okay. And I've already seen a huge article from Allure magazine on the new Mary Kay Naturally. And I posted on my Facebook site. You probably ought to share that link because that's, I mean, like it came out, it's like a big news in the beauty industry, which is pretty awesome. They did talk about the legal department. You may or may not have gone to the legal class, but it was really good. I thought they talked about 6 things that you need to know. That we have amazing resources. You're not alone. You can go to Mary Kay In Touch, the resource tab, education tab, and there's all kind of digital zone you can find to emphasize the importance of selling in our Mary Kay business, not just recruiting. Because there's been some companies that have gotten in trouble and they've had to totally restructure because they had no selling. They just are recruiting and turning it over. And of course, Mary Kay has always been the gold standard of selling the product and also sharing. We do both. And so you want to emphasize that. The earning and the lifestyle claims. You want to be careful about claiming that someone can make a certain amount of money, in Mary Kay. I mean, you can always point them to like your applause or something, but on a public setting, things can get twisted and you can't promise anybody they can make a certain thing because it really is up to that woman and how much she works. Let's see, social media. Use social media to advance your business. I can't read this thing, what I put right here. Those are terrific resources to advance your business. To talk about the 90% buyback guarantee and that share now to avoid problems later. Because see, if everybody knew about that 90% buyback, then you wouldn't have these people that get out of Mary Kay trying to sell it on Amazon, eBay, and Facebook Marketplace, right? Because they can just send it back to the company and get their money back. So they said that's part of our marketing plan. And it would be better to tell them up front about that. And so I thought that was pretty good. And then number 6 was selling online, just say no. eBay, Amazon, they don't ask questions, you're just terminated. All right. So I thought those are some pretty good tips from the legal department, and it was done very positively as well. And then there was a little gal that got up that really talked about social media and how to promote yourself. And she was young, probably in her 20s. She's I don't know if she's a beauty blogger or influencer or she's something, but she's a pretty confident young lady. And she said the 6 tips that she had was, number 1 is be you. That you have to sell people on you before you can sell them on the product. So people love you, sell yourself. Things to talk about on social media are the 3 anchors of your life, whatever that is. It could be your family, your hobbies, and your career. Whatever that is, you'll gain followers and things like this, and Instagram, and you talk to people like you're talking to a friend. And number 2 is be creative. Use props, angles, lighting, anchors. Natural is always better. Just like at seminar, we took a lot of pictures in the lobbies because that natural light coming in is like the best pictures you can do. There's 2 ways to post, like on Instagram and Facebook too. But Instagram is you can do a story where you write something kind of longer and tell a little story, or you can keep it short and sweet. Either way is great. You can do both. Number 3 was be resourceful. Use the digital zone assets. If you don't know what to say, you go to digital zone, there's pictures, and out beside it, it even has what to say. And then all you have to do is copy the picture to your phone or the computer, and then copy what it says, and then add your www.marykay.com, add your website. And you can post that all day long. And there's tons of stuff out there that looks really cute if you're not really creative. Product Central, there's a bunch of things there that you can do too. Share from Mary Kay US. I share all the time from the Mary Kay Facebook page, or even Instagram. You can just share it. And, you can say something yourself about it too. But if they're really good and they post a couple times, once a day or so, and you can share that to your business site or even to your public page. In your marketing, your Facebook marketing, your like your business page and your Facebook group page. Know the rules. It said, the info about talking about your products or your career. Basically, if you name a price or you ask someone to purchase, then that is a commercial post, and that has to go on your business page or on your private group page. So but let's say you want to talk about charcoal mask. Maybe you go live and you got the charcoal mask on, or something, or you just, you type a post about how much you love the charcoal mask, you and your husband. And at the end of your telling how much you love the charcoal mask, you could just put, you don't have to say, let me know if you want to buy it. Message me if you want to buy it. Don't say that on your public page. All you have to do is talk about it and then put www.marykay.com/your website. Okay. And people are smart enough to click on that little thing if they want to buy the charcoal mask from you, or they will message you, or if they comment, you could just private message it then. But that's really easy. So really think about that. As long as there's not a price on there, and as long as there's not a call to action like message me, ask me, call me about a product, then you can put it on there. So it's more lenient than you think it is, okay? She also talked about be lively, like a live video, Instagram story, Facebook story, polls, questions, things like that. Be personal and be proactive. So she gave I thought those are some really good tips. Okay, one more little thing, and then I'm going to show you the products. Leah Carter is a national sales director. I had a class from the executives and the elite executives. And by the way, directors, that's where you want to be. You're at round tables with food. It's the only other classroom with food, nationals and the executives. So I got me a little breakfast there and listened. So it's pretty awesome. She said, she was talking about enrolling your family. And I thought this was applicable to all of you. And it's funny because if it's according to where you are in your life, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple examples. Let's say you are a dog person. You love dogs. Dogs are your life. You have dogs. You love to talk about your dogs. You like to post pictures of your dogs. You have a picture of your dog possibly in your wallet right by your child. Your dogs go with you on vacation. Occasionally you buy clothes for your dogs. You love your dogs. They have names. They're your children. Okay. Who is a dog person? Raise your hand. She said, okay, then let's talk about, children. You got little children, you got grandchildren, one or the other, and of course you love your children. You talk about your children, you post pictures of your children, you got children in your, in your wallet and everything. She said, so some people are pulling up their dogs. I love it. Lori is hilarious. So enroll your children and your family and even your dogs in your business. And this is how. One thing that she did is at the last week of June, where Leah is a national trying to finish up big goals, she completely lost her voice. Like total laryngitis, could not say anything. She's like, ugh. She said, I could whisper. She said, so she has a 6-year-old son. So she said, okay. So she put the name down of who it is. And so he did a video for each person she was trying to encourage to finish the Destination Red cruise. And she played it for us. And it was like a 1-minute video. And it was like, he sat there and he goes, let's say it was Loree. He would go like, Loree, I just want you to know that I believe in you. I know you can get that cruise. Don't give up. You have time to do it. Everything, and he just had the cutest things he said to her. And then they posted them on that director or consultant's page, the little kid doing it. Okay. And they said that the people that got them loved it so much, they couldn't really get over it. And so, she said you can enroll your children with with your goals. They can hold it if the whole family's involved in a goal, like was the Destination Red, or maybe it's to win a car, right? Pink Cadillac or the Malibu or whatever. Become a sales director. The kids can get involved too, holding up signs, saying stuff, however you want to do it. Be creative. She said if you have dogs, you don't have kids, put a sign around the dog's neck, let him hold it, and say, you could say, our goal is Pink Cadillac, or whatever you want your goal is. You have these little chalkboard signs, or just do a little thing around him where he's in there. Said because people love to see that you're real, you have a family. And here's the thing, all the dog lovers, they will love that picture. All your customers that have dogs will just say, oh, look, I got to buy some products from Loree because she's going for this, And so I don't know about my little wildcats out there, how I can get them involved, but they need to be involved, right? So I'll have to work on, getting the Wildcats involved. But maybe I'll go rent a cheetah for the day or something. But I thought that was really cute, and I just want to pass that on to you, that people want to see you're real. And it makes it more fun with the family when you earn something that they know you're going for, instead of just keeping your little Mary Kay business separate from everything else your family knows and does. There's families that their husband doesn't even know they're trying to earn a car, and I know there's different dynamics in every family, but it is so much more fun to win when everybody's on board. And it gives you a little motivation if your children know what you're doing, and your husband knows what you're doing, and your family knows what you're doing, and your friends knows what you're doing, and your customers know what you're doing. And you're like, I got to do this thing, right? Because they ask you, the people at church, did you win that trip to Hawaii? Did you do a million? They start asking you, and you're like, yes, I'm going to do all of those. So the other thing that she mentioned that I thought was good is she talked about community, and she said 46% of adults feel lonely and left out. And the Gen Z, okay, that's the young ones. I don't know the actual, I want to say 18 to 25, but it could be different, so don't quote me on that. The Gen Z are the loneliest. They're the most on social media, but they have the least amount of real interaction with people. And so, don't think that people don't want to come to stuff, because really people are pretty lonely. She said 50% of Americans have meaningful conversations every day. And 50% of Americans don't. They don't even have one meaningful conversation per day. And so, I think that relationships are what's going to move us up in Mary Kay. The relationships with you and your team members. And you want to get to know them. You may keep a little card. What is their husband's name? What's their children's name? What are they involved in? And as you build and you get bigger, you can kind of get where you don't even know these people. But once you get to know them, she really talked about the power of a written word or a phone call, as you are working with your team, and if their baby just, graduated from high school, why don't you say something about it? Because then they're not just a number for them to order for you to win something. They're a person that you really have a relationship, and you love them whether they're producing or not. You love them whether they're producing or not, right? You're going to work with them if they're working, but you're going to love them either way. There's people in my unit that right now, they're really just personal use consultants, but I love them. I love them either way. I mean, it doesn't matter. I would love them if they quit Mary Kay, because I have a relationship with them, right? And so no one wants to feel like a number. No one wants to feel that way. So I thought that was worth telling all of you as we're all building this year. So those are the notes that I've got that I wanted to share tonight. There's some other things I'll be sharing in the future, but I want to talk to you about the new products. Okay. Oh, let me pull that back out. Okay. So the big scoop, which I know you all know by now, is the Mary Kay Naturally products. I'm going to scoop this over here just a little bit, and I'm going to tell you about them. Okay, so first of all, let me just show you the products, and I'm sure you've probably seen it on Facebook or on something, but just in case you haven't. Okay, so Mary Kay Naturally is the name of it. It does not replace any other skincare line. It does not replace the botanicals or anything else. It is a new line. It's starting out with 4 products, and later they will probably add some more. Okay, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, but I'm first going to just tell you what they are. So the first one is this, and this is the Purifying Cleanser. Let's see if I can put it where you can know. Okay, there you go. Purifying Cleanser. All right. Nice little box, and everything about it is right down to the packaging is from naturally derived things. So, listen. And here's the deal. I'm gonna read you some stuff from the Mary Kay. So if I just kind of don't quote exactly what I say until I read it. All right. So it's non-comedogenic. It's suitable for sensitive skin. Dermatologist tested, clinically tested for skin irritation and allergy. Okay. It's free of parabens, phthalates, SLS, SLES, alcohol, silicone dyes, synthetic fragrances, mineral oil, and GMOs. That's key. All right, that's written right here on the back. And so I'm going to tell you a few more little tips about it. But this is your cleanser. Interesting of how to use the cleanser. It says apply to a cotton pad and massage onto a damp face and then rinse and pat dry. Interesting. I did not read that. So last night I thought I'd try it, and I just did it like I always do. But it almost feels more like a lotion, so it doesn't suds up, you know. So next time I'll try it and use it like Mary Kay said. So wet your face, put it on a cotton pad, and then, you know, massage it in, and then just rinse it off. Okay? That's the cleanser. All right? Then they have an exfoliating powder. This exfoliating powder looks like this. Okay? And it's loose powder. Okay? So I haven't opened this one yet, but might as well open it. And so it is actually, like when I say powder, it's a powder. And so you mix this with, the instructions say use a quarter-size amount of powder into your palm, slowly add water, and mix to create the desired consistency. Customized by using 2 or 3 drops of the Mary Kay Naturally Nourishing Oil. Massage the mixture gently onto the face in circular motions, rinse thoroughly, and pat dry. And so this is pretty cool. So you can feel it. It's just real grainy. I did this at the expo. They had it there where you could, you know, try it with a little bit of the cleanser or water, and it just makes your skin super soft. I'm going to tell you about the ingredients in a minute. So, okay, so that's the powder. Okay, then it has this, and y'all know oils are really big, right? There's companies that really, they just sell oils. So, and this stuff really does smell good. This is called Mary Kay Naturally Nourishing Oil. I was impressed first by how big it is. It's not one of those little tiny droppers. It's a pretty good amount here. It's a whole fluid ounce in here. And this oil, it says that it's free of all that stuff I said before. Apply 2 or 3 drops to palm, press both palms together, and then gently massage it into a clean face for moisturization. But you can also apply this to the ends of your hair. You can add it to that exfoliating powder. There's all kind of stuff that you can do with it. And so we're going to learn all kind of uses. It smells wonderfully, you know, I just smooth it on my arms. I mean, it really is nice. I really, really like this oil. Okay. Then we have, the last one is called Mary Kay Naturally Moisturizing Stick. And this little stick is, you smooth onto dry areas of your face and the body as needed, like your heels, you know, your lips. Obviously, you want 2 different ones if you're using it for your heels and your lips. But you can kind of just see, it's just a really nice balm, and then you can just smooth it anywhere that you have really dry skin. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit more about that, more than just what I think about it. Okay, first of all, they talked about that 1.3 billion natural products are sold right now, and don't we want to be a part of that? 1.3 billion. And so what does natural mean? We are eco certified. We have a Cosmos, which is a third-party certification, and that gave us this. And what's kind of cool about it, they said, you know, we could have chose to say the word organic or natural. And so which one do we go with? We decided to go natural because it is actually something that has a third-party verification. And that organic is just, there's no FDA or there's no really set regulation. It's just basically whatever that company wants to call organic. There's not a way to actually test it, is what they feel like is organic. So they decided to, there's not just a strict definition, to go with the word natural instead of organic, okay? Are natural products automatically safer? Not necessarily, you know. Poison ivy is pretty natural, but you don't want to smear it all over your face, right? And so, you know, one of the things that they really talked about is that all of our Mary Kay's products are safe, and that they test over 1,300 ingredients. Well, there's 1,300 ingredients are banned worldwide, and we don't use them, and if they can't verify safety of each ingredient that we have in all of the Mary Kay products, then we don't use it. We don't use it. And so what's the difference in this? So this is the verbiage you want to use, is that at least 90%, even the packaging, 90% of the ingredients are derived from natural sources. So learn that little verbiage. 90% of the ingredients are derived from natural sources. And they talked about this a little bit and said, you know, the cleanser, they said the exfoliating powder, has castor oil and citric acid in it. The nourishing oil has almond oil, olive oil, and sesame seed oil. It's great for also your hands and your cuticles and things like that. The moisturizing stick is face, elbow, heels, and anything that's rough. It has beeswax in it. And that who are your customers on this? Well, it's anybody that's looking for products that are naturally derived. Okay. And they're not necessarily looking for age to find benefits. Any good skincare is going to help you with age, right? Any good skincare. But this doesn't have like retinol and some of that kind of stuff in it. These are what they call light green. You know, there's green people that are mixing and making moisturizers in their sink with natural things, like they're whipping up their own ingredients. Those are dark green. This is light green people. Maybe people like are trying to eat healthier. They talked about like new moms, you know, they're conscious of the ingredients and different things like that. They then powder, the oil, and the stick. Okay, not the cleanser, but the powder, the oil, and the stick are actually 100% derived from naturally products. The cleanser is 99.49% because there is a little tiny ingredient that helps mix it up a little bit, they said. So that's pretty cool. The shelf life is still 3 years. Doesn't have to be put in the refrigerator. So that's kind of like a simple overview. There's lots of information on Product Central on this, and we have posted some things on it. So that's like the big scoop as far as the skincare of what is new. Now, let me get my little balm back in the case. It has a little cap on it, which is pretty cool. Keep it fresh. Okay, so what else is new? So let me tell you the price. I know you probably want to know the price of these. So the price of this MK Naturally, this is the new book, by the way, is not very expensive. You might think it would be. So the cleanser is $26. The exfoliating powder is $34. The Mary Kay Naturally Nourishing Oil is $48. And the moisturizing stick is $28. It's not necessarily a set, because people are going to buy what they want of it. You know, it's not like the Miracle Set, the Repair Set, the Botanical Set, Clear Proof Set. They all do different things. Some people may want to add some of this product into the Miracle Set or into the Repair Set. You know, that's what I'm going to do. I'm still using my Repair Set with my lifting serum. I need it. But I do like that oil and some other products in it. So, and I like that balm. I haven't tried everything yet, but well, I have, because I tried it at seminar. So there you go. I had someone today, I'll give you an example, and she said, Cleta, I want to talk to you about the new Mary Kay products. I want to order some. She saw my post on Facebook, and I said, okay, great. So I texted her. I said, okay. I said, I can send you all 4 products. She says, how much is it? So I sent her the thing. She says, I need some a little advice. She goes, I just need something for wrinkles. And I said, well, you know, these products are naturally derived. I said, however, for wrinkles, probably it's going to be best to be the Repair Set. She's a little bit older than me, probably like 60 something. And so anyway, I ended up having a conversation and explained the difference. And she's like, oh, okay. And so she really couldn't swing the Repair Set. So she's going to go with the Miracle Set. You know, so you know, don't worry that you're not going to sell Miracle Sets anymore. So this is just an additional line. Now, there was a segment of women that are not going to try Mary Kay because they want all natural. So now we can add those customers to our list. Isn't that awesome? So, okay. So the other things that are coming out is our fall line. All right. These are the cutest little things you've ever seen. These are they're little mini compacts, and they have 2 little fall palettes. Now, a couple of these eyeshadows are regular line, but there's some that are new. I absolutely love the new colors. So let me tell you about it. So this first one, they are calling, let's see what the name of it is. This one, let's talk about this one right here. This one is called Radiant Confidence. And the colors in here are Toffee. That's a new color. This one right here. Let's see if I can get that up here. Y'all can see it good. There. This is Toffee. Okay, right here. This one is called Golden Peach. Isn't that pretty? And then you have Radiant Blue and Mahogany. Okay, so those are the 4 colors right here. Isn't that really pretty? See, some have shimmer and some are matte. All right. Then you have this one, and this one is called the Petite Palette Bundle and Feel Fierce. Okay, so these are the colors. This one we already have. This is called Rose Gold. We already have this one. This one is Pomegranate. It's new. This one is Hummingbird. And then Onyx, which we already have. So beautiful colors. And in the new Paws magazine, it has some really great tips of how to wear them. So really, really pretty. We also have, and let me show you this, how they come. They don't come like this. They come in the little, you know, you'll get 4 of these, and then you'll get this. And these little mini compacts are reusable. They're magnetic, so they just come, they're wrapped up like this in plastic, okay? And don't be like me and take a pair of scissors and try to cut it, because it's already open. You know, all you have to do is just take it and pull this off. Instead, I scratched my compact. So aren't you glad that I do things wrong so that you would do things right? So you just pull them out. And I just think these are so cute because, like, when you travel, you know, you can just put your 4 little eyeshadows right there. You're ready to go. Or you could put a cheek color in one eyeshadow, right? So it's adorable. It's our little tiny, petite little compact. So I love it, but you have to buy it on. It's not separately. The way you get these, the only way to get them is to buy the little set. Okay. So me, I will buy a bunch of these because now later they may sell them. I don't know, but it's pretty stinking nifty. I just love it. Okay. Those little sets are, and you buy them all together. They're $36 for 4 eyeshadows and the compact. So that's a great deal. And then they have 2 new lipsticks. And they're in the same little shapes as the last limited edition, the Paparazzi Pink. This one is called Spice of Life. Okay, isn't that pretty? Spice of Life. So it's kind of like I'll tell you what it reminds me of for all of you old-timer Mary Kay, Amber Suede. That is what it looks like to me. So if you have some old Amber Suede people, they might like it. This one is called Tenacious Taupe. And that is really pretty too. So Tenacious Taupe. It makes it look a little lighter way up there. So those are the 2 colors. So kind of brownish, you know, colors. And then the other big thing is this. Okay, I've got it plugged in because this is the new brush. It just plugs in like USB. Okay, and this is our new Skinvigorate Sonic brush. Okay, so it's not a spinner. Is Sonic. All right, so any of y'all that are toothbrush people, you understand. So you turn it on and it shakes, right? And there's different speeds. So 3 speeds on it. And I tried this. I mean, it's really pretty awesome. It's waterproof. You just charge it, you know, and I can't remember what they said the charge, but I think it lasts like, I hate to just say stuff I don't really know for sure. But I was thinking it was like 30 days or something, but y'all can look it up. But this comes with the charger and this one brush head. Okay. Now we also have a new brush.
Hey, Miss Loree, and Cleta will jump back on in just a minute. But I will tell you, we were able to see this at seminar, and the battery that
Loree?
us demoing the brush at seminar and using it with the oil and how that felt, and it was just great. So Cleta, are you with us now? Hang on, you're muted.
Okay. Good. Did you tell them about the battery?
Yes.
Okay. Is it 30 days?
30 days. Mm-hmm.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Loree. I think every Sunday night it cuts off about 10 till to say, wrap it up, Cleta. That's enough. You talk too much. So the last thing I just wanted to show you was this one, and it's the massage head. And this thing, massage, and it shows you, it actually cuts off, she might have said this, in 60 seconds. And so this thing is to help tighten your skin. And it shows you, there's a little thing in here, and they told us, you know, you spend like 15 seconds right here, 15 seconds here, 15 seconds. And you can do it with the nourishing oil if you want to. Of course, your face needs to be wet. And so, oh, here it is. And so it tells you, you know, what areas to work on it. It's for your total 1 minute. Right here, so there's a little bit of information. So anyway, I'm excited about that. I know that I'm probably going to be wrinkle free within, 3 or 4 days. Don't quote that. Okay. So the Skinvigorate Sonic is the new brush. The other one is being discontinued. So if you have some of those, then you'll want to. But they are going to keep selling the brush heads of the other one. So if you do have customers that have the other one, you will still be able to order the replacement brushes for the other ones. Okay. And these just come on and off. Just really, really easy. I love this. And let me tell you, they have a special. If you say $5, you can order it's the little set of this and this for $100. Well, you get it for $45 instead of $50. So it's $100 retail. So you get it for $45. So that's that. So retail, let me just tell you how much both of them are. It's $75 for the Skinvigorate Sonic brush. Now, I am telling you, these have been out for a while with other companies. I don't know the difference in them, but $200 normally. I just think it's a great deal. It's a great deal. And it's going to do better than the spinner brush. So love it, love it, love it. Okay, I think that is going to wrap up the new products. Let me make sure. Oh, there is a new little limited edition collection bag. And I'm sure it's over there. But anyway, it's $5. It's a purchase with purchase. If you do at least $55 of the limited edition mini compacts, then you get one of these really cute bags that people can purchase for $5. All right. So there you go. All the information is in your book. There's lots to learn. And the best thing to do is try it. Go to your sales meeting. I know your directors will have it out. We're debuting ours not this Monday. I'm going to have them out, but the next Monday for everybody to actually get to try them so that you can try everything. So the challenge again is to get one new red jacket, one new first-time personal red jacket. So let's say you're sitting there and you don't have team members yet. Well, first of all, you got to get a team member so you can help her get in a red jacket, right? And, of course, you might want to get in your red jacket because, if you're telling her to do it, you need to do it, right? So, but let's say you already have some team members and maybe you're already in your red jacket. Help her, help someone get in their red jacket. Just one person, that's the challenge. And so I'm going to step it up, all right? Because, we boss babes are not minimum people. So I am going to throw out a challenge to all of the boss babes. The qualifications for the cruise. It was a 6-month contest. 3,600, 6 new qualified team members, and 3 new personal first-time red jackets. So I'm going to throw out a contest, not a contest, but a challenge for us to do that in 3 months. Because let's face it, most of us who did it in 2 weeks. Maybe not the order, but the 3 red jackets, when we finally got on it. So I'm going to say, let's throw it out there. And by the end of September, let's go for 6 qualified. I know we already got a month behind us, but 6 qualified, 3,600 wholesale. That's an Emerald Star. Okay. And really, if you do 6 qualified and a 3,600, you're going to get the 7,200 prize on the Star Consultant thing, right? Plus, you'll be almost on target for National Court of Sales, all right? And 3 qualified, 3 new first-time red jackets. And if we do that each quarter this year, it will change our whole area. It really will. So that's what I'm challenging myself to do, and I'm challenging you to do it. But at the very least, if you're like, I can't do that, one new personal red jacket, all right? So I know y'all can do it. So I am going to go through with our directors real quick, and then if they want to add anything they want to add from something they got from seminar or anything, I will say it was pretty stinking awesome to get all the prizes. This is one of them. I think I'm going to have to sleep in it, is all I can tell you. This one right here, this Big Mama Jama Prestige ring. Isn't that gorgeous? I wore it today. I'm like, is this too much? It's not too much. Okay. All right, Sayla, I'll go with you first. You're at the top.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Hey, yeah, the seminar was awesome. And it was so amazing for us to be there as a group. What was so encouraging to me was to see all of the winners there, the women that went with us to seminar, and then all the people that went across stage. It was it really just gave me just a hope for the future of the company and for all of our businesses, that not just one or two people can win, but everybody can win. It was amazing, and I loved it. And I was so thankful that Maul Johnson got to go with us this year. And I know that our team is just going to do big things and help push Cheetah Nation to national.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Sayla. Thank you. And by the way, let me just add this for the local people or the ones that would want to drive in. We did secure a guest speaker for our fall advance. It's going to be called Focus on the Finish. And Raul Dominguez, who is he is the Ruby program manager. He is going to be coming. Let me see if I can fix this right here. He's going to be coming to our fall advance. And so he's going to be bringing all this stuff. It's November 15th and 16th. We've got about 15 or 16 directors I know for sure participating, but we'll probably have some more. It's going to be the Holiday Inn. We're going to do T-shirts that say Focus on Finish. And the directors will have one really cool shirt. And then the consultants will have another equally cool. Not as cool, but cool. And then we are going to have a red jacket director reception, dessert reception at my house on Friday night. So you want to get in that red jacket because you do not want to miss to come to my house that night for a little celebration time. Okay, so anyway, it's going to be really fun. I did want to throw that out there. And you know, Sayla, I want to agree with you. Part of the best thing about seminar was multiple wins, because like it wasn't just like me on stage for Queen's Court of Sales. We had Linda Wingett, you know, Laree, we had Jana, we had Janet, we had Lindy Blair. It just was fun seeing so many winners, and not just one Destination Red winner, you know, of the Boss Babes. You know, Lindy, Janet, me, Veronica, Jana. You know, it's like, it was just cool seeing more than one person. And it does make you know that everybody can do it. You know, new sales directors, Veronica and Sayla. So it was just multiple times that our Boss Babes were recognized. And so we were just so proud of everybody. Okay, let's see. Laree, let me unpin my video and let you.
Hey, I just wanted to share just a few words from, I was in Cecilia James' class, and I just, one of the things that she said that kind of really resonated with me, she said, if you want to know what you are committed to, look at your results. Because, you know, a lot of us, there's a big difference in working on something and then working it. And so, you know, because it's the beginning of a new seminar year, we typically do reflect on what we did last year. And then we either, you know, we had some wins, we had some things that we didn't quite do what we wanted to do. But it's a great time to really look and say, what do I really want to work it? You know, what am I going to be working at this year, and really seeing those results. And so for me, she said there's a big difference in interest and commitment. So I just want to ask you, what are you committed to in your business? And we know that there's a lot of different levels and a lot of different ways that women can do Mary Kay. You know, we have some that just want to work for their, you know, their own products and their immediate family and friends. But typically, those are not the people that are on the Boss Babe calls. You know, if you're committed to be on a call every Sunday night at 9 o'clock, or even listening to it, you know, the next day after it's posted, you're typically somebody that wants more out of your business. So I just challenge you to talk to your director and really decide, what are you in it to win it this month? Not just the seminar year, but what are you going to accomplish in the month of August? And then, you know, make a point to look back and like, was I really committed? And just, you want to have those wins. And what she said is that, you know, the recruiting and some of your success depends on your time in between appointments. And so really do, you know, just like Cleta did, you know, last week before she went, she got all those appointments on her books to do when she came right back. And so if you don't have those things on your books, do it tomorrow. You know, let's get things on our books and really have it spread out, you know, where we're putting product consistently on people's faces, because that will give you those consistent wins. That'll put you in front of the faces. So that way, when we look at the month of August, we have so much month to really jump in and do, and be committed to what you want to win this month. I know I am, and I'm looking forward to a great, awesome month of August. And I just want to see a lot of us look back in 26 days and really be able to see what we were committed to based on those results. So now's the time to do it.
Amen. Okay, awesome. All right, Nina? If we can get you unmuted here. Oh, hang on. There you go.
Okay. Well, first, I just loved everything you said, Cleta. I was really inspired when you did the last call and you said you put out those text messages to all your customers. So actually, I got 28 orders off of a similar message just using my customers app and sending that out to all my customers. So I lived at the post office this week, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I completely, I just love this business. I wouldn't do anything else. I did want to add one thing about the Mary Kay Naturally. When I first tried it, I felt like the powder was really messy. They did say at seminar, if you add the powder to your cleanser, I find that it's a lot less messy. So, cause it doesn't like drip through your fingers and stuff. But definitely everything you said. And I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. I can't remember your name.
Lori.
Yeah. About just having a big goal and like putting effort towards it. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, and anything that you want is going to be inconvenient. If you really want something, you really have to push yourself. It may be just getting up early in the morning. I've started getting up and walking my dogs first thing in the morning because that wakes me up so I can go ahead and get ready for my business. So if you want something, you just really have to push and go. And no matter what obstacles get in your way, those issues and obstacles will still be there. So why not have some extra money in your pocket while you're dealing with those obstacles and issues and really have a great month?
That's right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Very good. Okay. Well, you guys, that's what we have for you tonight. That was a lot of information, I know, but at least you kind of have an overview of what's coming up for fall for us to have the best August we have ever had. Oh, I forgot one thing. I wanted just to remind you, when you order your luminous foundations, when you order at least 14, that's how many will fit in this little carrying case. And so you get this free. These are normally $8. So for every 14, you get this free. And so the luminous products are out. And, I just went ahead and got enough so I could open up one, put it in my kit. I have 2 of them. And then that way I have all of them. And, they will last a long time. Probably 3, they'll probably change foundations and I'll still be having them, as far as my samples in there. But in the long term, if you do a lot of faces, it's better just to have your samples in the real product instead of the little packets. You're going to save more money and it counts towards your wholesale and your start and everything else. Okay. All right, you guys, there went 4 of my new eyeshadows on the floor. So I'm not going to roll my chair over, but I'm going to pick them up. So y'all have a great evening, and I will post this in just a little bit. Thanks, everybody, for calling in.